kasih. Terima kasih, Tan Sri Speaker. For the information of Ahli Yang Berhormat for Batu Lintang, Sarawak remains firmly committed to developing a clean hydrogen economy as part of our broader ambition to position the state as a regional clean energy powerhouse, guided by the Sarawak Energy Transition Policy and the Sarawak Hydrogen Economy Roadmap. Our approach is structured and phased, focusing on strengthening the entire hydrogen value chain, from production to midstream processing, domestic utilization, and future export opportunities. For export, to advance this agenda, Petros, through its partnership with China Jiangsu International Economic and Technical Cooperation Group Limited, is developing the Kuching Low Carbon Gas Hub, which forms a key part of the midstream segment, which potentially includes hydrogen as its derivatives. This is complemented by Sarawak Petchem's low carbon methanol project in Bintulu, which further strengthens midstream capabilities and serves as a practical demonstration of Sarawak's readiness to support a viable hydrogen ecosystem. Together, these initiatives enhance Sarawak's credibility in engaging and securing long-term international offtake arrangements. For the domestic market, the government is stimulating domestic demand through catalyst projects such as the Kuching Urban Transportation System, which will utilize hydrogen-powered autonomous rapid transit and feeder buses. The Rembus Hydrogen Plant in Samarahan will produce 1 ton of hydrogen per day by the first quarter of 2027, 2 tons per day in Phase 2, and another 2 tons per day in Phase 3. Overall, Sarawak's hydrogen development is being implemented in a practical and progressive manner, balancing export readiness with domestic market development while building local capabilities and creating sustainable long-term value for Sarawak.
Thank you, Tan Sri Datama Speaker. Thank you, Dato Timbalan Minister. I have 2 supplementary questions. Number 1, what are the potential downstream green products that will be produced from our green hydrogen? And number 2, what is the government's plan to reduce dependency on conventional energy source of fossil fuels, example coal? Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. Thank you, Tan Sri Speaker. For the first question, apart from being used as transportation fuel, electricity and heat generation, green hydrogen can also be utilized as a source of feedstock to produce products such as green chemicals, for example, ammonia and methanol, e-fuels or synthetic fuels, while at the same time act as the source of fuel to decarbonize industries related to metal processing and glass manufacturing. It can be used in shipping, synthetic jet fuel, heavy transport, synthetic diesel, aluminium, iron and steel, and cement. For the second question, the overall generalized approach would be through renewable energy, energy efficiency, electrifying the transport system, to develop green industries, more research and development, more supportive policies, the circular economy, and international and regional cooperation. Example for coal, coal plays a role in ensuring grid stability and reliable power supply. Nevertheless, Sarawak has taken clear steps to reduce its dependence on coal. Natural gas, as a lower emission transition fuel, will increasingly support the generation mix, with Sarawak Energy Berhad working closely with Petros under the Sarawak Gas Roadmap. Importantly, the Balingan coal-fired power plant, commissioned in 2019, will be the last coal-fired project in Sarawak for the future, and plans are underway to progressively retire aging coal plants? Thank you.
Yang